Welcome back. Now we are in our second video of Brewing Foundation by SCA. And we have already prepared our coffee. It's the same one as before. So we have a natural anaerobic Linnaeus from Java Island, Indonesia. It's from the west side in Gunung Halo. It's a very fruity coffee, but it's not very dense. So that's why we decided on the other video that we're going to use that relationship of 1 to 16. That is 15 grams in, 240 grams of water. So we have already the coffee dose. We preheat our server, and also we rinse our paper filter and preheat it. Now what we're going to be doing is again some water in our kettle. We're going to be throwing away the water that we have here, and the water temperature is going to be again 92 degrees. As we said before, first of all we're going to be starting with blowing. So 15 grams, we're going to go for 45 grams. So we have a 1 to 3 ratio for our blooming. And it's going to take around 45 seconds, 40 seconds, because it's a medium degas coffee. We roasted like 2 weeks ago, but I find the peak of the flavor of these coffees after 3 weeks, sometimes even after 4 weeks. So let's start and look as well about the way we're pouring. We're going to be looking of a kind of circular way to pour in order to let's say homogeneously pour the water all around our coffee pack. Let's start. So we go inside, outside, and finishing inside again. 44.7, we can see that this starts degassing. It's not only CO2, as we can see there. Many people think if I don't see these kind of bubbles is because it is not degassing, or all those bubbles are CO2. It is as well oxygen that got trapped there. So it's a beautiful show, but don't get tricked by it. So we're getting close. 40 seconds, we're going to be pouring again at 50 seconds, because it took us, I believe, like 5, 6, 7 seconds. So let's start pouring again. And how are we going to be pouring, and how many times? What is the technique that we're going to be using? So as you can see, I don't pour too aggressive, right? Why is that? Because I can use agitation, I can use turbulence, which it is not bad per se. Potentially agitation is good turbulence, but there are problems when we're doing that. And the problem about agitation or turbulence is that too much turbulence is not easy to control, so we're not going to be able to reproduce that easily. And also we can push our coffee fines around the wall of our paper filter, get it stuck, and it's going to be very hard for our coffee to be extracted properly, as it's going to clog. Okay, so I'm trying to do a not very aggressive pouring, and also I am pouring taking into account the flow rate. So I don't force myself saying I pour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's going to depend on the coffee. So if we see that the flow is going very fast, we need to again pour. We shouldn't pour too much, we shouldn't pour too little. So I am looking more or less of this, around 2 fingers. I'm looking of 2 fingers of water, and constantly, once I lose 1 finger of water volume, I put another one. So keeping consistency in the volume of water that I am having in my coffee. Doing that, I'm gonna have a similar temperature through the whole process. So we're already in 240, it's 2 minutes 43, 44, 45. We're going to be in the range of around 3 minutes. And now what we want is to see a flat bed. We only stop when the top is going to be dry and it's not dripping anymore. If it keeps dripping, or if there's water on top, the brew is not finished. So we need to be very careful. Now we see it's finished on top. We have a flat bed and it stops dripping, therefore we can take it. And we got a 3 minutes 10 extraction. So potentially we're having the right coffee, or the coffee that we're looking for. So 15 grams, 3 minutes 10, it's probably the goal we were looking for. Now what is left is we are gonna wait. Let's see, we will need like 3-4 minutes so it cools down. Later we're gonna taste it. If it was dry, okay, I'm gonna need to extract less. However, if we're finding a salty coffee or not many flavors or acidic or even a very good aroma, but also that, it means that we under extracted. As a good aroma is not a sign of a good coffee, because we're getting more aromatics in the beginning of the extraction. So we can have good aroma, but it's not tasting that good. Therefore, let's extract more. And that's all for our filter coffee video for drip, and the next one is gonna be immersion. So take a little bit of time and I'll see you soon.